Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Return to Dreamland. As you can see, we are now ready to start level 7, Dangerous Dinner, which is going to be the final world in the game, so let's get to it. Alright, so Dangerous Dinner is an interesting world. It actually only has 3 stages, believe it or not. If you remember from the last part, we've got exactly 15 energy spheres to go. And of course you can see in the top left now. So each one of these stages, there's 3 in total. There's going to be 5 energy spheres in each one. So let's get to it. We're in the home stretch of the game now. We're just about finished. And I'm definitely going to keep Ninja as long as I can. We're not going to bother with any spear or anything like that. And these guys can be kind of annoying because they will home in on you actually very fast. They move super quick. So if you're not, taking them out as soon as you get the chance, they can actually follow you for a while. But thankfully they're super weak. One shot from the little star thing there or whatever will take them down. So you don't really need to worry about it too much. Just make sure you take them out. Don't just ignore them because they seem like a small enemy. So obviously you don't want to get hit by all the lava flows. Whoa, get off the wall. So there's some opportunities for Leaf there if you really wanted it. Seems like that would be a bad power choice for this world, because everything's like on fire. So we'll take out that thing. Nice, that was cool. And of course some health recovery under there if you want it, which we don't need, so let's skip. Alright, so giant lava boulder. We probably should get out of the way. Some dash attacks there. And playing as the ninja is so fun. I know I've said it before, but it's so awesome. Alright, so let's continue on here. Definitely avoid the lava on the floor. You can pretty much just jump through this section, though you do probably want to fly over that thing. You can take him out, though, if you want. And there we go. If you don't hit that switch in time, I believe the lava boulder will actually come in and fill in that little gap you're standing in, so don't want that to happen. Alright, so we grabbed a key here. We need to make sure we keep moving with it so we don't get crushed there and fall in the pit. So we'll just unlock this little place right here, get a life and an energy sphere, number 1. And again, another cool track. You can definitely feel, kind of the epic proportions of this place. It got some legendary sounding music here, which is pretty cool. Alright, so we got the water guy to fight here. Now, unfortunately, what's annoying about this battle is, as you can see, he's kind of accompanied by this cannon up top. And it can really wreck you if you don't pay attention to where it's shooting. So you definitely want to make sure to pay somewhat close attention to it. Alright, so this one's a little bit tricky. We kind of have to rely on a mechanic that isn't really explained anywhere. With the water's dash, you can actually make your way over this lava, and that's the only way you can get the key over. And I believe if the key touches the lava, it disappears. So that one can be a little tough your first time through if you don't know that mechanic. Alright, so here we basically, we just need to make a stairway up to the top. And of course I lost the water power, which means I probably can't do this now. Yeah, so we're going to have to go back out. I don't think there's another place to get water or ice or anything like that. So yeah, I think we're just going to have to come back and get that one. So that's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Alright, so whip will work. It's pretty decent power. Oh yeah, the giant, giant kind of lava worm things there. Don't want to get eaten by those. Take that guy out. Get back down there. Get the hot dog that way. I'm not going to bother trying to actually go in there. That would not be very smart. Yeah, so anytime you see the lava kind of doing that underneath you, just make sure to stop and wait for the thing to come up. It can be pretty bad if you get eaten by one of those. It does quite a bit of damage, and you'll pretty much... I'm pretty sure you lose your power every time, so... Take the hamburger. And yeah, you want to destroy that because you're going to have to go in this door here to get another energy sphere. And of course, our little monkey friend with the key down there is going to need our help. So what we have to do is we need to get this guy across. The focus is a little bit different this time. Basically, extend the bridge, skip that one so it doesn't destroy those blocks. Set a block up there, set a block there, skip that one, and then wait here. This one, it's very tempting to just go ahead and hit this. But we pretty much have to wait, because if we just let him go, he will miss this platform. So destroy it about now, and there, that'll get him over. And then we can just destroy that block, grab the key, and we're good to go. So that one, just as long as you make sure to wait for those one blocks that were holding him up, as long as you make sure to wait for that, it's pretty simple. And then of course we get shot all the way back through, hit all the switches we didn't hit. Alright, so yeah, that's crystal number 3. Unfortunately, we're going to have to come back in for number 2, but, well, that's alright. Not too big of a deal. Alright, now, yes, here we're going to get another superpower. We're going to go back to the Super Ice Snowball, yeah. Giant ice cream cone on his head. And of course we're going to make our way through all these magma bowling pins here. Destroy them all, you get a good prize at the end. Mostly just a bunch of stars. There's nothing too important in there though. So yeah, this is pretty fun just rolling through all this. And there's a couple sections like this where you can either go up or down. You need to be somewhat careful with those things. If you're not fast, they will crush you and kill you. You know, superpower notwithstanding, so you know, it's pretty easy to die there if you're not careful. There, yeah, see, those things actually come back down pretty quick, so you need to be pretty fast on that Wiimote, you know, trying to get them to speed up there. Alright, I think we're getting near the end of this section pretty soon. Boom, there we go. Alright, so once we get on top of this volcano, we can set right down on top of it. Freezes the entire thing. Blows up, and the portal is on the other side. Nice. So again, we gotta shoot at the wall there to give us a little bit of space. And this one's fairly simple. It's mostly just inhaling the big gray blocks and using it to drop cannons into pits. That's pretty much what we're going to be doing here, so this one's relatively simple. So basically, anytime you see a block, you can pretty much just inhale it and shoot it straight away. And there we go. And we'll be good to go. I'm pretty sure it is possible to get through there without destroying all these, but why would you? You know, it's not like you have to be in a super rush or anything. Yeah, so as you can see, this one's pretty straightforward, not too much to worry about. Pull this thing, and now we're gonna get a little bit different. We have to wait for these things to drop down. They make you wait there just to serve as an example. This one they don't make you wait, but you will get crushed if you try going through there. So basically, just every time you pull down one of these levers, make sure you wait until it's safe. There we go. Grab these if we want, make our way through. Now, this part here is really cool. This is probably like the most blocks you're ever going to inhale at once. That's so cool. So should be nearing the end here. Let's just inhale this, shoot the wall back a little bit, and go in the door. Alright, well, we're obviously not going to fight Sphere Doomer with sleep, so I guess Whip is going to have to work. Oh, yeah, oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that's kind of cheap. Yeah, we've got the giant fire cannon down there, so that's something you really need to watch out for in this battle, because that thing does a lot of damage, and it also will take away your power, so you want to make sure not to get hit by that. I would have preferred something like Spear here that I could actually throw. By the leftovers of that. Just gonna have to guard this. Take a little bit of damage, but that's fine. Nice. So yeah, pretty much I like to just stay on one side for that because it's I don't really have a good time trying to pay attention to the cannon and him at the same time, so I usually just stay on one side, and it's not too big of a deal. Alright, so that makes all but one, the one we're going to have to come back for. So let's finish this level, then we'll head back in and get that. Alright, so that opens stage 2, but let's go back in and grab that second energy sphere. Alright, we're back in that room. Let's see if we can get it this time without actually taking hits. Might be easier to just kind of do a jump attack here to take, you know, to cool these things off, as opposed to trying to get right next to them and doing it. Alright, well, that'll take care of it. We can jump over that one gap, so it's no big deal. So from here, we pretty much just take the key up, make our way over, and grab the energy sphere. Nice. Now, I believe we still need to complete the level to get it to count, so unfortunately I've still got a little ways to go, but I'll meet you back outside. Alright, completed the level, and that should, yeah, finish out our energy spheres there. Sweet. Alright, so let's move on to stage number 2. Again, like I said, every stage in this world has 5 energy spheres. This one's fairly simple, if I remember correctly. We shouldn't have too much trouble finding them. I think we have ice here, yeah. Oh, did not see that thing. The only thing about this part is that the enemies can oftentimes blend into the background. I'm going to take Spearage because I like it a lot better. But yeah, the enemies can kind of blend in if you're not looking underneath you, so you've got to really kind of train yourself to be looking all the time. Watch out for the fire bars, of course, and the lava on the sides will hurt. So we can take these things out, or get hit by them. That works. I might actually take one of these here, because this could be useful getting one of the energy spheres. Yeah, right here. You can see we got a lot of these things, and one of the energy spheres is kind of hidden to the left there, so it can help to take those things out in one shot, and sometimes they will drive recovery as well. Otherwise, it's not too bad. You just knock a few of them out of the way and go get it. It's not really that tough, but it's just kind of easier if you grab one of those crashes. Whoa, that was close. So obviously just jump over the boulders, no big deal there. Alright, and Ninja. Always awesome to see that. So yeah, in this section we're going to have these moving blocks. It can be really easy to get caught in front of one as it's moving, and as you can see, it will crush you. It goes all the way to the side, so like if I were to drop too fast right there, I would have gotten crushed there and died. So you got to really watch out when you're dealing with these things, not get in front of them while they're moving. And of course, this one's made of lava, so it would hurt you to touch it. You can break that in order to open the way forward. Jump off the wall. Alright, now here you're actually going to want to grab Ninja before going in here. There's 2 of them. There's actually one up top and one below. You can kind of see it just under my health bar there. So you want to make sure you grab this power because you're going to need it. Because, as you can see, yeah, this is a little tricky. You got to time this shot just right. There you go. So you can cut that. That'll open the path to the energy sphere, and the ninja star hanging off the wall is the only way to do that. So, almost jumped into that thing. So you go, pretty cleverly hidden one there. You know, you wouldn't think you'd be able to just fly into the lava, but I guess it works. Yeah, and definitely don't drop down too fast right there like I almost did. You gotta stay in between the blocks here. It's pretty easy. Just make your way to the door and in. Alright, so obviously this is going to be another high jump section, so we're going to grab it. So let's make your way up. This is pretty easy. Those things, they come out pretty slowly, so, you know, with the high jump, you should definitely be able to make your way through. Now, with these sections, you got to be a little quick to get up there. There's going to be an energy sphere up in one of these. There we go. Don't get crushed either. It's very easy to do. And there's energy sphere number 3. So we're pretty much just gathering these things left and right here. Just high jump our way up. Through the door. Alright, now this is the one I believe that you need the candle to actually get an energy sphere. It's right there, so let's go ahead and grab it. You gotta be a little bit careful because we're gonna have to go through some water, and it's very easy to just break this thing getting hit here. So you want to make sure you avoid everything. You don't really even want to bother attacking. I'd say just go and don't don't even worry about trying to kill him. Now this guy, if you get hit, you will drop the candle in the water and it will disintegrate, so you don't want that to happen. You also don't want to get caught by the spikes, so just keep going there. And we should be pretty much in the clear here. You can see we've got some ice blocks here. If you throw the candle on them, it'll break them. Go down. Oh, there's a one-up. I believe there's a crystal over here. Or maybe not. Wow. Okay, I guess that wasn't a crystal. I thought maybe it was, but I guess that's fine. Alright, so we can get rid of the candle now. There's nothing there. Yeah, let's get rid of high jump, because it's not really useful in these horizontal sections. Some fire, because that'll move us along quickly. A tornado also would, but a little more partial to fire, personally. So let's grab this thing. And with this, you pretty much just keep running. These things are going to be pretty close over top of you. The ceiling's going to start dropping somewhat rapidly, as you can see, but don't panic, just keep going. And there we go. You can just barely make it through. Alright, so we'll take hammer here, because it's pretty powerful. Some recovery, we don't need it. And I think we're going to get super hammer here. Yeah, you can see we've got super bonkers, so that's what we're going to get once we kill him. Ah, there we go. Hit him with a big attack. Yeah, that attack's super powerful, but it takes a long time to charge up. You basically have to do that by pressing up and the attack button at the same time, and it's like a flaming hammer attack. Alright, so let's take Grand Hammer and go, and of course that's going to give us our last 2 energy spheres. There we go, take out everything. Alright, so here it's going to get a little bit trickier. It's not necessarily just destroying everything. As you can see, we've got this wire here that's not lined up, so you want to hit it just enough to bring it down. This only requires not charging it up at all. You can see that'll break and let us get through here. So there's going to be various, I think there's like 3 in total. They're all pretty simple, and if you mess them up, they'll reset and you'll get another chance at it. So it's not really that, it's not that important, like, to not mess up, but it's pretty cool. It's different. You can see we've got kind of different levels here that we're going to have to accommodate for. So, okay, I think you keep going that way. So this one doesn't need charging up. You can see that'll line it up. This one, however, needs charged up once. So the flowery hammer. And you can see that'll line it up. Get a 1-up, go on through. All the paths pretty much lead the same direction. It's just one leads down and one leads around, so might as well get the upgrades. Alright, so this one is the big puzzle at the end here. Let's go ahead and take these guys out so they're not bothering me. There we go. Alright, so this one we need to hit it just once. This one we need to hit it once. And this one you can see it's way up there, so we're going to have to charge the hammer up to max. We'll line everything up. Boom, there we go. We can go down, break these blocks. Pull this, and now we've got this thing here. Basically, it's pretty easy to figure out. Just hammer on each one of these little fire spouts here. We're going to have to do actually a little bit of work with this one. It takes a little while, and those little flying things can be annoying. And you can see the top one here, it's kind of frozen over, so we're going to have to just leave that one be for now. We can come over here and hammer on this one. Come over here and hammer on this one. Once you've taken out the 4 on the sides, this will all kind of drop down. You can see the ice will just shatter there on top. Let's get some recovery. Avoid this guy. Avoid the fire. Once it goes away, hammer this. Like I said, we're going to have to do a little bit of work on this one. It takes just a few minutes. Alright, so it'll lower it down. We can see the big salamander face, and there's the portal. Alright, so again, we're going to start by inhaling the giant gray blocks. We got the wall coming at us from the top this time. This one's pretty simple. This is probably one of the simpler ones in this world, so there's not too much to worry about here. Just don't get hit by the spikes. We can grab the 1-up if we'd like. Fine, we'll go around. It's pretty much just a matter of getting to the next section. I mean, you can see the walls scroll pretty slowly, and there's no real risk here, so this is a fairly simple, straightforward little alternate dimension area. I still don't really know what to call these, but oh well. Grab the bananas there if we need them, which we don't, so we'll just leave them. I was actually going to grab them, but I missed, so that's fine. Let's make our way through the moving blocks. Make sure not to get crushed by those two. It's the only real danger there. Gold star if we want. Alright, let's get scrolling through the water here. You can pretty much just stand still if you want and just, you know, change your vertical position. You don't need to worry about it. Alright, down some slopes. Yeah, now these can be a little bit easy to get crushed by if you're not careful. You kind of want to stay up here. I mean, you can't really get crushed there, but if you fall down into that pit, you know, to try to get the stuff, then you will actually get crushed. Here you got to jump up. You can see you'll get crushed there. So that one can actually be a little bit tricky. But thankfully, there's only a couple of them, and this is the end. So, space getting smaller. Let's get in the door. Alright, so yeah, this one... Not a fan here. You can see it's leaf or nothing, so we gotta go with a leaf. You can, however, we're going to be fighting the ice one, I believe, so you can swallow its projectiles to get the ice power, which I'll probably do. I don't know if I've actually used leaf yet, because I hate it. As you can see, its projectiles are crap. They just spin all over the place, do only small amounts of damage. You got this uppercut move, which is somewhat powerful, but it's not really anything more powerful than any of the rest. You can do kind of a downward leaf rain attack. You can do this. You can do a swirl if you kind of hold it, which is pretty good. It's a decent shield, but, you know, against the boss like this, it doesn't really help too much. I mean, we're doing decent damage. The uppercut is probably the most damaging thing you have, and it's the default air attack, so it can be a little bit nice, I guess. I mean, we're doing all right here, so you just got to make sure you hit it. Come on, get it. There we go. See, overall, I'm just not really that comfortable with Leaf, I guess because I haven't really used it that much. And it's entirely possible I just suck at using it. I mean, you know, I wouldn't put it past me, but... So there we go. If we hadn't seen Leaf yet, I'm fairly certain we had. I mean, by this point, this late in the game, you know, I had to have picked it up at some point, but just in case, there it is. Alright, so at the end here, they're actually going to give us Ninja. You can... let's go ahead and do this. If you swallow 2 or more, you get kind of this roulette thing, and if you pause it with the... Oh, okay, I think it's actually 3 or more. I may be able to get all these to respawn. Actually, no, I probably can't because I can't go far enough. But anyway, the trick is if you get 3 or more that are of, you know, that give you, like, powers, copy abilities, then you can get this sort of, like, roulette slot machine reel thing going. I'm pretty sure I've done it at some point during this playthrough again, but I can't really remember. But if you actually sit there and pause using the Wii home screen, like pressing the home button on the controller, you can actually sort of influence what you'll get. Like if you pause it and you see something you want, you can just hold down the 2 button, and when you'll come out of it, that's the power you'll get. So it can be pretty helpful if you can't really seem to find a power and you can get that scenario to happen. Alright, so here we go with stage 3. This is going to be the final normal stage in the game. We're going to pick up the last 5 energy spheres here. Oh man, that was really close. I waited way too long for that. Right, we can pick up Fighter, which again, I favor just barely over Ninja. But, you know, it's still pretty good. There we go. Love that. Alright, so here you can see the background's a little bit distorted. It's kind of, you know, kind of reminds me just of like the little aura things flowing around. It kind of reminds me of the Valley of Corrupted Gravity in Legend of Dragoon, just a little bit, but... we're basically going to be dealing with a bunch of these giant flaming rocks that are going to be just coming in from the middle of nowhere, pretty much. So you're going to be seeing a lot of that in this level, and a lot of destructible blocks, which can be somewhat bad. It makes it easy to fall through pits if you're not expecting them to break. Alright, so yeah, this will carve out a diagonal path for us. You can make your way through before it gets there if you'd like, but I'd rather play it safe. There's going to be a giant rock here. You pretty much have to wait for this one, but it'll cause the door to appear up there, so let's head in. Make sure not to get hit by the second one coming in from above. Alright, so you can see our first energy sphere is going to be down there underneath, so we're going to have to find a way to get there. Thankfully, it's pretty simple. You just break those and go down. You can see we've got a lot of these blocks that disappear when you stand on them, but that's no real problem. I mean, even if they all broke, you could just fly, so it's no big deal. Yeah, those things got a lot of health, don't they? Okay, yeah, watch out for those. It looks like just an object in the background, but it will fall on you and hurt a lot. So you don't want that to happen. Make your way through here. It can be a little bit dicey, but not too bad. Nice. Alright, so let's make our way through these moving platforms here. Occasionally you'll see there's one that has an opening underneath. Some of them will have enemies. Some of them occasionally will have food, so that can be helpful if you're, for some reason, taking a lot of damage against this guy. You probably shouldn't, because he's fairly simple, but... And you fought him, you know, how many times by now. Oh, cool. I actually hit him with that. That's awesome. So yeah, there we go. No problem. I'll take Spark. I don't think you need it, but again, better safe than sorry. There's an opening with food. We don't need it, so we'll pass. Alright, like I said, I'm fairly sure that you don't need Spark, but, you know, I want to take it just in case you do. Because I've been wrong about these things before, so I don't really want it to happen this late in the game. Alright, now here, yeah, I'm going to take Wing. There we go, can grab that one up. And I think there's some, yeah, there's some recovery under here if you'd like it. Whoa, I almost got screwed there. He did kind of the, like, grab them, throw them up, and loop around attack. So he ended up jumping, like, right into the boulder, but thankfully you're invulnerable while that's going on. So yeah, let's make our way through here. Alright, there's 2 hot dogs underneath there, but there's a door you need to get in up there. So having Wing helps because it makes flying a lot easier. You can see we're going to have a little bit of a boot area to go through, so that's always fun. Alright, so we got to hop on these things here. Make our way across. There we go. And then once you get up here and break these, you can see this will give us access to a second block. That's kind of a checkpoint, so if you mess up from here, you can pretty much just start back with this boot here. And this one can be a little bit tricky, but we kind of just need to hang around on these things and use them as platforms to get across. And there we go. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, so that grabs Energy Sphere number 2. I don't really need to bring the boot out. I can't imagine it would be helpful in any way, so... Alright, so we have the magical French horn thing here. So obviously enemies are going to drop on us from above. Pretty simple to take care of. Just jump into them, really. You don't even have to jump. You can just stand there. Alright, so yeah, you can see this guy's going to drop a key, and you got to make sure to kill him before he runs into the lava, because he will do so quickly if you're not careful. Alright, now we're going to have to drag this key through a bit of a trial by fire, literally. There's going to be a lot of enemies. I'm going to go ahead and grab Fighter here. Oh, lunged at me. Now, there's going to be a lot of enemies, and obviously if the key touches the lava, it will disappear. So you don't want to get hit by anything, especially that. Now, that can be close. You don't want to get eaten by that. Okay, well, I lost Fighter, but that's fine. I have the key. That's the most important part. Jump in between there, climb up this ladder. Got a couple of those giant lava worm things to watch out for here. Jump across. Climb up another ladder. Like I said, you're going to have to drag this key a little bit. So, alright, then we get it over here, and this will finally lead us to the Energy Sphere. That one can be a little bit difficult, because if you get hit by virtually anything that knocks you back, you will drop the key and end up, you know, losing it in the lava. You'll have to do the level over, pretty much, so... Alright, yeah, this is one of the most awesome parts of the game right here. You can see they're going to finish it off with a super sword power here, Ultra Sword. And basically, we are just going to obliterate things. We're going to be facing basically every mini-boss we've seen in the game. Sometimes multiple versions of them. They all go down with one shot from the Ultra Sword. So, anytime you see someone, just bash them with it and they'll go down. It's so awesome being able to take these guys down so quickly. You know, 2 at once, yeah, no problem. We'll just take them all down. We get this recovery, actually. I know it's slowing things down a little bit, but hey, I need the health. And of course, you see things with stars on them, you can always break them with your power. So we get some rewards for that. Nothing too big, but it's worth getting, I guess. A cool version of this music, too. It's kind of rocky. So I got 3 of these guys. Yeah, no problem. Just hit them with a meat cleaver. Oh. So it's awesome. So fun. Nope, there we go. Alright, 2 of these water guys. Yep, we'll just take them down. It's so much fun being able to take down those mini-bosses with one shot from a giant sword. And now it's Bonker's turn. Down he goes. And some regular enemies, but... and of course we gotta break these now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get those all at once, but it's kind of tough. So yeah, make sure not to get crushed. That can actually be easy to get crushed by if you're expecting to fall. But no, the platform will fall on you, so you know, you don't want that to happen. Oh, giant fish, there it is. Nice. Yeah, that's the kind of a rare one that you can get every now and then. Alright, so I think we're almost to the end of this here. Yeah, we got this giant volcano. Check this out. Nice, we sliced the front off of it, and as you can see, that's where the portal is. So this is going to give us our last 2 energy spheres in the game. So we can take these things out before we go. Nice. Always good to get one more use out of that. Alright, so here we go. This is going to be the final one of these sections, so after this we can say goodbye to them. This one, it's really not too bad. The flaming lava rock things can get a little bit annoying, because it makes you feel like you have a lot less time than you really do. Like, you know, you kind of want to hurry so you don't get hit by it. But if you just take your time and make sure you do everything correctly, there's no need to worry about anything here. This one especially, though, you feel really rushed for time because you almost get hit by it. But again, like I said, as long as you do everything correctly, you know, there's no real problem there. And here we've got a couple chances to shoot that thing. There we go. That one can be a little bit tricky, but you got a couple tries. And if you could somehow manage to get both of them at once, I believe it would go through those lava rocks, so... And these can be annoying, but generally the safest way to do it is just to fly like where they come from, so that way you don't have to worry about them hitting you. Just make sure you go, you don't get hit by the second one that comes through. Right, so we can use this to break some of the platforms, or we can just shoot our way through, that'd be fun. Open our way through here. Now at this point, basically the entire level is just going to start falling away, so just make sure not to jump into any of the big flaming rocks and you'll be good. Falls away and the door is revealed. Alright, so this time it looks like we're using water, which is a pretty decent power, and I believe we're actually going to be fighting 2 of them at once, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, you can see we got a couple there. So a good thing to do is to kind of do the rainbow attack. You can see that'll hit them multiple times, doing quite a bit of damage, especially if they're both nearby. So yeah, I mean, you can take them out without too much trouble. Water is actually a pretty good power to have for these guys. Oh, they're on opposite sides. There we go. So we took out one of them, and then we took out the second. That rainbow attack is really useful. Alright, so there's our last 2 energy spheres. We finished them for this level and for the rest of the game. That's awesome. So let's head out, and there's not too much to go now. So we got a warp star, let's take it. Gonna do a little showing off here. Alright, so let's go through the final door. Alright, so there's our last 5 energy spheres. And the 120 energy spheres we've collected have unlocked the door to the item challenge as the final one of our challenge rooms. Alright, so pretty much all that's left is to head in here. You can see this is going to be the boss of the final world. So let's do it. Alright, so they give us Ninja here. I thought they gave us a good one, so that's definitely one we want to take. And let's see what lies ahead. And of course, we're fighting Landia, pretty much the main boss of this place. So you can see he's going to be shooting out some fireballs, which pretty much just he aims directly at you. Oh, crap. Yeah, I forgot about that little tail attack. And this one can be a little bit rough if you just try to go and attack all the time. But if you... Man, I didn't think he went down that low. But if you attempt to evade him even a little bit, you'll generally be okay. You can see... Crap, yeah, I kind of got stuck there. Man, I'm just getting hit left and right. This is not good. You might just want to attack from range. Use the ninja stars here. So these things are pretty simple to avoid. You can see they're really slow, so you can see them coming. I'm just going to stay back here in the corner and, yeah, do that. Alright, so that'll get him to his second phase. Where you see he's going to split up into 4 different ones. The one with the crown doesn't really matter. Did I really get hit twice there? Wow. You pretty much just need to attack any of them and it'll deal damage. They're pretty simple, especially once they get to this part. It's pretty simple to not get hit. They'll pretty much just make a cross, so as long as you're on the ground and attacking the bottom one, you can get some good damage in. Alright, just watch out for these. They'll dive bomb you a bit. Oh man. Alright, so here they're going to kind of pass this fire between them. Again, it's pretty easy to avoid because they always just go in one direction. And you can see they're kind of going diagonally there. And there we go, we got the final hit in. So the second phase is generally easier to avoid than the first. I did really bad at the start, but well, at least we made it, so...